Karthik. So let's start with the welcome to the API Connect training classes. Okay.
Mm,
So we'll go one by one. First of all, we show you what are the syllabus and course and materials that we are covering here. So this is the training course syllabus that we will be covering. Okay. So first section will be there are almost 12 sections are there. So now you can see section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all sections we will cover, and this first section will be introduction. It will tell you what is API Connect. Just
mm,
brief you. Then section 2 will see the all the APICs environments. By basically what is the APIC environments, what is API Connect, provisioning that API Connect on the AWS, what is provider, what is API managers, what is catalog, what is space, what is developer portal, what is accounts, gateways, what then we'll go with the section 3, an API specification, then we'll go with the section 4. Now it's a very important sections that how to create that APIs with proxies, how to create the APIs using the OpenAPI specifications. Have you heard about OpenAPI specifications? Okay, so
OpenAPI means like Swagger, right?
Swagger. Correct, correct. You know everything. Good, good. So Open API specifications. What is Open APIs? This Open API formats. Okay, we'll create using the APIs. Then we'll see some details in the template policies. Then we'll see the transformations. We'll see the major API roles. Where we are using the APIs. How to convert the APIs from JSON to XML, XML to JSON. Okay, this parsing. What are the operation switch policies? What is the switch? Since the switch is nothing but the same Java switch that we have using it. How to handle the errors in APIs? Okay, how to packaging, publishing APIs, and how to do the traffic management. That is the most important part of the APIs. And when we discuss this APIs, what is the APIs actually? Okay, so how to manage the traffic in the APIs? Okay, that we will see. Then we'll see more on traffic management, how to avoid more traffic, like how to provide the rate limitings, how to do the customization of the APIs, okay, how to do the
Mm,
throttlings in the APIs, that we will see it, okay. Then next we'll see this how to managing the products. Now we'll see what is the product, okay, and then we'll see the API analytics. API analytics is where nothing but where we just monitor the API's logs, API error response, everything that we will monitor. What is the logs? What is the dashboard discoveries? Okay, activity logs, the whole thing we will monitor. We will see this in this API course syllabus. So these are the 12 sections that we have right now. We complete
mm,
each sections, okay, and this whole thing will be as a 28 hours trainings, okay, as an online
okay.
training, yeah, and
Mm,
we'll cover whole thing. And after once you learn all these things, okay,
mm,
it's a confirm that you will be a good API Connect trainer. Now you can just start working in any API tools, okay, like IBM API tools. If you are going starting, then it will give you a kickstart. Okay, so you don't have
okay.
to just it's vast. I'm just saying it's vast. There are so many things,
Mm,
but we mostly covered everything. Like as a training, it's give you as a platform. Okay, so now
mm,
you can
mm.
just stand there and you can just build the APIs from there. Itself. Okay, so this
Yeah,
is the
one.
whole. Yeah.
Yeah, so will I be like, I have to clear the certification also. So is it
Yeah,
possible
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, 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 no. Great. This is the certificate material itself that I'm right now teaching you. So when you go in
mm,
this certification part for the
mm,
API Connect,
mm,
this this whole things basically because I am API certified, I am IBM certified, IBM IB certified. So
mm,
when you do this training now, they will
mm,
ask you question on this itself. From this, what is how to test OS. There are so many configurations are there. So they will ask you basis the question on that itself, and
okay.
that's why we'll take a industry examples. So
Mm,
we will
mm,
have a better idea. We will not do like that. We will not do any things that how this working, how this is like. We will not just see like this. It's not like a programming section. That's I'm just literally saying. Like this is not the programming. This is the how to define a keyword in Java. What is the final keyword? What is the static keyword? This is not like this. Programming anyone learn. You know the programming. So you are doing the programming since last 6 months. Okay, 6 years. Okay,
mm,
so you know everything. We'll see the industry things. We'll see what is the requirement, how this requirements are coming, why we are using this API connects. Okay, how to tackle with this requirements. Okay, if you're getting this type of requirement, and this type of questions will ask in your training, in your certifications. Okay, and this whole will, the whatever I'm just covering you, this whole are the certification criteria itself. So anyone can learn this. And there is one more course. If you
Hmm.
want to master in API, then you have
Hmm.
to learn one more thing. Have you heard about any data power or
Data
gateway?
power
A gateway.
gateway like RPG gateway, something like that. Or,
Great. Good. So this APG that you are right now saying, na, this is the
hmm.
competitor of IBM. So IBM
Okay.
is having IBM API Connect, and there is data power gateway. And AP is the same thing. It's similar like IBM API Connect, but the tool is provided by Oracle. Oh, sorry, Google.
Hmm.
The tool is provided by Google. So Google
Okay.
has given the similar set of product that is called APG, which is doing the same thing, same, everything are same. Just what is
Hmm.
the changing in the structure, the module, the interfaces. The the
Hmm.
biggest competitor of Java is Python.
Hmm.
How to
Hmm.
Python and Java, So the structure syntax in the Python is very less. When you have to write a Java code, you have to write so many lines there. And when you are
Hmm.
going with the Python, that whole task will be in Python in 2 to 3 lines. It can do it. Okay. So
Yeah.
so 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 it's just a structural difference. It's just API difference. The concept, the terminologies that we are using to what is the API, why we are using this, it's more on same. Just these are the different products that are provided by different organizations. So
Hmm.
APG is provided by Google. IBM is
Okay.
providing IBM API Connect. Both are the
Okay.
similar tool. Both are the similar tool, but these are provided by two different organizations. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the difference. And we'll see this how many market tools we have. If you, I guess you heard about MuleSoft also.
Yeah, I hear, but I haven't used that. Like RPG, I have used like we in the
Have you have you
project I
have you
have worked before. I
have you worked with APG? Then it's good. It's a good
No,
that.
RPG, like I haven't worked like the API I have developed right now, so it will be deployed like up using RPG gateway, like they it will be able to access. But RPG portal, I haven't worked on that.
No worries. We'll learn all these things. Is
Mm,
the similar one. Okay. No. APG is also similar to. Okay. We have
mm,
MuleSoft also, which is also similar. We have AWS API gateway also. We have Azure API gateways in
mm,
the markets. We have so multiple vendors are providing that. But the leader is right now in the market is IBM API Connect, which is highest demanding tool in the market. Then later on, you have work about the Kong also. Kong is there, Mastery is there, CA API gateways are there. There are
mm,
multiple APIs gateways are there. Multiple API Connect gateways are similar like we have, but the leader
mm.
is right now IBM API Connect. Okay.
Okay.
The reason
Mm,
why I'm saying this because market leader is IBM is widely used by most of the banks, and
mm,
this requirement you will see more on Saudi side. This all those Middle East areas, they are
mm.
widely using this IBM tools. And in
Okay.
the Indian bank also, mostly this product is getting used. Even the investment banking also, like JP Morgan, they are also using the more on IBM tools. But I'm not saying there is no only Google and APG products are not there.
Mm,
Yeah, but they are using that also. But mostly we are using widely as a IBM API tools.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So now so I'll just give you example like the Indian bank, HDFC Bank is there. So
Mm,
HDFC Bank is right now using APG. Okay.
okay.
ICICI Bank is using IBM API Connect. Okay. Then we
Mm,
have SBI using API Connect. App connected API Connect. SBI Bank is using API. Even the
okay.
government banks also they are using. Bank of India is using, and
Mm,
Punjab National Bank they are using UDBI. IDBI Bank is also using the same API Connect itself.
mm,
So in banking, this API Connect tool is best. like majorly used in this banking sectors. And also we have a client in logistics sector also. One of the largest logistic companies, DSV, they are also using the same IBM API Connect and App Connect tools. Okay.
Hmm.
So now we'll go with the introduction. This is the so any doubt in this course material syllabus? All good? Hello, hello, Karthik. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, we can.
all good. Great. Okay. Now we'll see what is API Connect. Okay. So I'll go and start with some example first. I'll not bore you with this whole the theory classes and all. We'll first see the example and then we'll show you how these APIs and everything is working out. Okay. So
Hmm.
see this example. So you are totally new in the APIs. So basically you don't know what is APIs. APIs you know the full form actually. Application Programming Interface.
Hmm.
You know that is okay.
Yeah.
So now this see this example. Payment service like Google Pay. You know Google Pay.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know already Google Pay. Payment service like Google Pay don't have their own bank. Yes,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
Google
Yeah.
Pay is not owning the bank. You know Google Pay is not owning the bank, but they're still providing you the financial services.
Hmm.
You got my point. Google Pay don't have any
Yeah.
bank, but Google Pay is providing you of financial services like you can pay anything by scanning the QR code. You can check your balance. Okay, you can transfer money from one account to another account. There are so many things. So this all financial services are provided by Google, but Google is not the bank. Google is not the Google Pay
Hmm.
is not the bank. But how it is possible then? Okay, they're still providing the financial service. They are one of the part of the fintech. Fintech, the
Hmm.
where all the financial institution where we just implement the technologies, then it will be a fintech. Like Paytm is one of the fintech, phone pay is one of the fintech, Google Pay is one of the fintech companies. So these are the fintech things. Now they don't have any banks, but they are providing you a wallet. They are providing you to add the wallet in your back money. You can scan the QR code. You can pay the bank. You can pay the amount, whatever you are scanning for that. Okay, this all because is API is getting exposed by the bank. Okay, so
Hmm.
bank has created the APIs. They have exposed these APIs in the outer world as on the public domain on the internet. So anyone want to use my APIs, they can just call these APIs and consume my services. So I'm just saying you an example. Suppose you are running any organizations and you are providing us some services. Okay, but whatever the services that
Hmm.
you are providing, any third party, any channel partner, any other partner that want to use your services, how they will use it first. So in that case, if they want to use your services, you have to expose your APIs to that outer world, to the internet. So
Hmm.
how you will expose? You will so expose. You will give this. Okay. So say, boss, these are the my services. These many APIs I have exposed. These are the API contract. This is the request payload. This is the response payload. These are the authentication mechanism. These are the authorization mechanism. This is the way you can call my APIs, and API will fulfill your task. Okay, how you are
Hmm.
fulfilling that API task, that is the rest part. Okay, that is not your. So you are hiding the core business logics that your bank, your organization is doing, that is within your bank, that is inside your backend system. Basically all your backend APIs, backend system, you wrap up it. You created a wrapper on that system, that is your API, and that API you expose to the outer world. So anyone can see your APIs. It's like a contract. They can see the whole open API specification like Swagger. Basically you expose a Swagger, so they can see your request, response, error, authentication, authorization, handling, caching, everything that you just explain it. And they what they have to do, they just have to plug and play. They just call your APIs and they can consume it. I don't want whatever your bank is doing, how they are implementing, that is not required. That is not I'm not worried about it. What I require, I am asking you, give me the balance of this account. You are giving me the balance. How you are fetching the balance from your database, that I don't care. You just calling, you develop any application, any microservices in your organization, in the Java based system, any Spring Boot application, any Python application, any .NET application. How you are doing it? You just give me the account balance. Okay, now your application is doing the multiple processing, business logics, everything it is doing, and it is wrapping the whole thing on the format of APIs, exposing to the outer world, so anyone can come, they can just call your APIs and you can fulfill their requirements. You understood what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, like UPI, right? So all the banks are using UPI. So
Okay.
UPI, correct, right?
Yes. You are understanding. It's good. Okay. So now this is the example. See this. The
Mm,
functionality like account balance, transfer fund. These are the exposed by bank APIs. These are not the functionality of Google Pay. Google Pay don't running the bank. Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, all Indian banks or any outside the bank who are running the bank, they know their customer accounts, everything. They know how at the end they are maintaining a software to maintain the whole all the customer records in the database, but they are exposing whole thing in the format of APIs where you just pass the account number in the request, any format, JSON format, so format, whatever format that you just for pass the account request, and I'll give the account balance. How it is coming, I'm not giving you. I'm hiding the whole business logic from the outer world.
mm.
So you got it. So
Yeah,
this is the functionality. Like these APIs are used by payment services to serve the customers. So Google Pay basically is using banks APIs, providing you an interface where you can pay a transfer and do all the stuffs. Okay. So
mm,
backend basically, in the Java abstractions,
mm, mm.
abstractions,
Yeah,
encapsulations, that
mm,
concept, abstraction and
yeah,
encapsulations, it's a similar thing. You are not, you are just giving the interface as an implement,
mm,
as an interface. You just implement it, then you implement it. You are just giving a functionality. This is the car. This car has having this many model, but what are the engine capacity, like how engine, how many torque, how this, what are the pistons are applied, that you are not giving anything. Just this is the uh, like a 150cc car. You once you just provide a proper input, then it will give you the proper performance of thrust and something that you will just give it. So this is the how that basically encapsulation or abstractions in the format of APIs, and you are exposing to the outer world. But the major thing, you are not
mm,
exposing this APIs directly. There will be some securities because you are
mm,
exposing this APIs outer world. So there are multiple intruders are there. Okay, and if you exposing lightly, then you will be like your APIs will be very vulnerable. Anyone can just do some malicious attacks and they can just hack all your systems. So before exposing to the internet, okay, whatever the
mm,
core system logics that you have built, that is in your organization intranet, but whatever logics that you have developed, that you are exposing into the outer world in the format of internet as a public APIs that you are creating, that you are hiding from, sorry, you have to secure that APIs first. You have to give a proper authentication security mechanism, so no one, anyone can just come in and consume it. Okay, so this is the way. Basically, I'm just giving example. What is this APIs is nothing but. Okay, now we'll see the another example.
mm,
Accessing, okay, now the question here is, now Google Pay is using banks APIs, correct? Okay,
mm,
so these APIs are not free. These are not the free APIs, correct? I am giving any APIs, and you cannot directly consume my APIs. Okay, so these APIs are chargeable. Okay, so these accessing
mm,
these APIs are not free. Bank or other organization which are providing these APIs, defining the pricing model for the different kinds of APIs. Like see the, for example, account balance service APIs charge $1,000 for 10K calls per day. So if Google Pay is making 10K call, then my bank APIs will charge $1,000 to Google Pay. Got my point here?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not the free APIs, because you are providing a service. You are providing a
Mm,
service. You have not opened any charitable trust. You have providing a services. If you want, boss, you want to consume my services, you have to pay that much of amount. These APIs are chargeable. They have a pricing models. Okay, these APIs are not
mm,
free. Usually, API provider organization has many plans defined like above. Okay, we'll see these plans. So when you create the APIs, you define the plans on that APIs. Plans are like a pricing plans where you define the plans and anyone can come and just consume the APIs. For example, based on the daily customer hit to the API, bank service subscribe to the best plan available for the bank. So see this. Account balance service API charges $500 5K calls per day, and account balance API charges $5 for 50 calls per minute. So you will give as a multiple plan: hourly basis plan, minute basis plan, second basis plan. You will give a multiple plans to the vendors to consumers. Boss, these are my plans because I have created a APIs, okay, and I am running these APIs. I am providing you services, and now I am charging these APIs. I have defining the pricing plan for the same, okay. Whatever plan suits for you, you can come, you can just subscribe it and start consuming my APIs. It's very simple. Just come, plug and play, subscribing to the models, done the contract, then start consuming my APIs. So this is the way how we are using that API. So now we define the plans, like you can do 500 calls per second. That is my one plan. Or you can do 500 calls per hour. Well, that means if you are exceeding the 500 calls per hour, then you have the my API will send you the errors, too many API calls, and it will send you the rate limitings, because you cannot call, because you have a
mm,
limit. You have
mm,
purchased the plan that is having 500. So this is the similar way. I'll give you example. You're doing a recharge of Geo bank, Geo, Airtel, Geo. Okay,
mm,
you know Geo. You go to the
yeah.
My Geo app. My Geo app you
Mm,
are seeing. Okay, now My Geo app, whatever right now you can see this My Geo app, there is a multiple plans, models are given. You click there,
mm,
you subscribe there, automatically everything is happening. That is nothing but the API itself. Geo has given you all the services in the format of API landed on the mobile app. So once you log into the mobile app, you click on anything, it calls the Geo APIs at the backend server where the APIs are running actually. It calls the Geo APIs where it will do the processing and it will return you the output like you subscribe to that plans. So Geo has given this APIs in the format of APIs in the app. As a My Geo app, it is has created where you can see list of plans. You just go and subscribe it. Similarly, you have a Netflix account, you have a Hotstar account, you have a Prime account, where you just go and you see they are giving you plans. Okay, 990 calls this plan, 990 subscriptions per years, or 1000 subscriptions per month. These are the 4K plans. So these are the plans they are giving you, which plans you are subscribing. Basis on that, your service will be started and it will be chargeable. Behind that, all things are called by APIs. The similar ways, this plan, this pricing model, these APIs are managed by banking, any other organization at their backend sites. And what they are offering you as a application programming interface, where it's nothing but OpenAPI specification swagger, where they are giving you these are my details. You just plug, play, and just consume it. This is the whole
mm.
way, basically how this works. You understood till
Okay.
here?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, great. See this. So this is the plans. Basic plans 5,000 calls per hour. Standard plans 1,000 calls per hour. Advanced plans 5,000 per hour. Platinum plans 100K per hour. I'll show you one example. Okay. So can you see this, Karthik?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah. So see this. This is the Axis Bank. Okay. You know
Uh,
Axis Bank, correct?
yes, sir.
This is the Axis Bank. Right on the
Mm,
portal that you can see in your screen, that is designed by me itself. This whole portal right now, because I was part of the Axis Bank itself, and I was part of this API Connect and App Connect team itself. Okay, so this portal
okay.
will show you how to design the portals.
Mm,
We have a training sessions where we see how to design the portals. Portal is nothing but where you are giving your services. In case of my Geo app, my Geo is one of the portal where it is giving you. In case of Netflix, these are the app. But how bank will offer the portal? Bank is offering the portal by using this website. See, this website is having, which is having API portal.access bank.
mm,
There is portal bank. Here you can go and you can check how many banks APIs are available. So, okay, how many banks APIs are ready. Okay, once you click on this APIs part, it will give you how many these two parts. When you click on the API product, okay, it will show you
mm,
these are the APIs. See this, these are my APIs. Okay, these are the APIs that we are giving you. See this, these are the credit card APIs, these are the deposits APIs, loans APIs, corporate APIs, these are the APIs. I'll click on the credit card APIs. Okay, now here see,
mm,
it is asking you want to apply APIs. If you are upgrade wanted to CC, you are accessing to the bank. If you already having a bank account with Access Bank and you wanted to open a credit card with that banks, any co-branding cards that you wanted to apply with that banks, okay, or you are new to the bank credit card, I'll click on the new to the bank credit card. Now see this how this is working actually. So now I'll click on the new to the bank credit card. Now I can see this, the API list. I can click on the API list. It will give me these many APIs. Submit the application, get application status, get offers, initiate the challenge. I'll click on the submit applications. Okay. When I click on the submit application, now it is shown this is the URL. It is giving you call this URL and this is the contract. When you download this OpenAPI Swagger specification, here it will you will find the request response. Here you will find the security related things, how the API is secured. IBM API it is secured using, see this, IBM client ID. They are also using the IBM tools. That's why they are giving you X IBM client ID. Access Bank is also using this IBM API Connect tools. Okay, so this is the IBM
mm,
API client ID, IBM API client secret they are using, and this is the portal. This is HTTPS. This is the REST protocol. This is the REST services that you are using. This is giving the overview of this APIs. Okay, now you download
mm,
it. Okay, download you the API documentation. Here you will
mm,
find the whole API details. Okay, when I click on the definitions,
mm,
now see this, it is giving me the whole API details, definitions, what are the field, request, response. See this, submit application request, it is giving me request examples, schemas. Okay, this is my the applications. Show more, I'll just click on this. This is my applications. Okay, see this.
mm,
See this, this is the request body. This is my request body. Now you will thinking, you will say, why customer will do all these things? I am the bank customer. I will not do go and portal. So boss, customer is not doing anything here. This is the portal. They have given a
mm,
portal. So
mm.
any channel partner can partnership with Access Bank. I'll give you the example. How they will partnership this example, this Access Bank. You know, Flipkart Access Bank card.
Yes.
Flipkart Access Bank card, you know, that is the co-branding card. Now Flipkart is tie up with the Access Bank. Flipkart
Oh,
is tie up with the Access Bank. Flipkart is the retail platform. Access Bank is the banking platform. Access Bank has come to the Flipkart and asked you, boss, you have very large customer base. You have very large customer base. Can you just ask your customer that I am having a credit card, you can apply my credit card. So now flip banks to sell more credit cards, they wanted to sell more credit cards,
mm,
will have a deal. Anything that you will purchase will give a 5% discount. Now Access and Flipkart is now partnership. Now you know Access has got more credit card customer and that customer is coming one of the partner from Flipkart sites, one of the partner from Flipkart. Now Flipkart is giving the more partners and they are opening the whole thing. Now one thing here, you will think here, Flipkart, how Flipkart will sell the card, because Flipkart is not having the bank. Okay, the
mm,
things I've sent you, bank has exposed their APIs to the Flipkart, so any customer can go to the Flipkart. If they will apply for Flipkart Access Bank card, once they click on the button, behind to that app, basically Flipkart backend, what basically it is calling the bank API, and that API will be nothing but this API itself, submit applications. So now the end user of this API is the Flipkart, not the customer. Customer will choose the Flipkart app. But Flipkart
mm,
internally will call this bank APIs. Now how this bank has commercialized these things, how they are selling their cards, how they're charging the Flipkart also, and Flipkart is also has the customer base. Flipkart is having, they are applying for credit card, they can just shop it, apply on the, like they will purchase anything. So Flipkart is increasing their sales. So this is how this is working right now. Bank has exposed all their APIs to the outer world. Now Flipkart is one of the partner who is consuming banks APIs to open the credit card things. Okay, and there is an end customer who can land it to the Flipkart app. They can click on the Flipkart Access Bank card and they can purchase the card from bank side. Now you registered there. Okay, you registered on the bank. Your account will be opened at the home itself. You don't have to go to the bank. You just at the home. This is called the digital banking. This is called the connected banking. You just stay at the home, your video KYC, your KYC, everything will be done and at the home itself using the Flipkart. But how this has happened? Flipkart using bank APIs. Okay, bank has given. How this backend is happening, you don't know. What is happening in the
mm.
backend? I got that. I got the request. I got the response. That is what my purpose. Bank will be handling how this is. Inside the bank will be take care. So this whole APIs right now, you can see it at your screen that you can see this APIs. This is one of the APIs. This is not the API. This is the portal actually. This one API that I'm giving you submit application. This is one of the APIs that is defined in the bank. That API is having this whole the contract and it is invoking banks any other microservices to open the applications. You got my
Okay.
point here? You
Yeah.
got my point
So
here?
yeah, in we
Let me
have
let me let me show
yeah.
you. Yeah, sorry. Let me show you again.
So we have a mobile banking, internet banking,
Great,
multiple things,
great.
right? So
Yes,
all will be
yes.
using same
Same,
APIs.
same,
Okay.
same. They all are calling same. Yes, yes. But in case of mobile banking, na, Access
Mm,
Bank, mobile bank, they are the
mm.
in-house product. They are the in-house,
Oh,
so they can directly call their direct application also. Okay, I'll tell you.
okay.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell
Mm,
you.
mm,
Don't worry. I'll tell you. Wait. See this. So I just say this is one of my end customer. That is my, now this is my Flipkart. Great. And this
mm,
is my customer. This is my actor. This is my customer. Now I have bank also. This is my bank APIs. Okay. And
mm,
this is my banking main database where I am just creating accounts. So everything, whatever you do, everything going into the bank's backend systems. That is nothing but a core system. So this is my bank core system where everything is working, where account is getting created, whatever card you are creating, that is getting created in the bank core systems. Okay, now this is the bank
mm,
APIs. Okay, in
mm.
between I have one of my any application micro services. That services can build anything in the Spring Boot. It will be in the .NET. Okay, it will be in the .NET. It will be in Python. Okay, anything that you wanted to use it. Okay, now
Mm.
my actor, my actor will call this Flipkart APIs. Okay, Flipkart is Flipkart. This is Flipkart app.
Okay.
So this is my Flipkart app. Okay. Now Flipkart will call this. Flipkart will call the bank APIs. This bank. Okay. Now this whole part right now, whatever you can see here. Mouse is not. So say this. So, so what will happen here? Okay. So
mm,
what will happen here? Now actor Flipkart app. Now you have created one bank's APIs as a portal. Bank API as a portal. That
mm,
basically portal that you have created, APIs product and portal that you've created, and that is in at the backend. What basically you are doing? You are calling change my mouse. Okay. Now, so bank is what basically the actor is coming, Flipkart app is coming, there is a bank portal, there is a microservices, there is a core system. Now, this whole thing is right now at the bank premises, the bank network, bank layer, intranet, this is whole is running. Now, this Flipkart, this is on the internet. This is this traffic will this whole traffic will come on the internet sites, correct? Bank profile, this will come on the internet, then it will land. So basically,
mm,
what you are doing, whatever the core logics, the microservices that you have written, the code to connect it, that you are not exposing to the outer world. That's why you are bringing a API Connect platform, this API Connect. Now this whole bank portal APIs will become create in this API Connect, okay, in this API format, IBM API tools that you will create here. Behind this APIs, you will call the backend API itself microservices, which will do the task for you. Okay, so
mm,
the way I am just doing this option, the submit application, that submit application will be there nothing but in this API here itself. This submit
mm,
application will be invoking the bank APIs, sorry, bank internal APIs to do the task. Now, this Flipkart app is outside app. Suppose
mm,
I am having any another app that is nothing but my bank app itself. That is my bank app. Okay. Now bank app
mm,
is internal app. Bank app like HDFC Bank app. They can also go either via this to this, or they can directly consume. Na? They can just directly come and consume this bank services directly also, because
mm,
they are not this service. This bank app is not hosted outside. Okay, so the best practice is this also should call the bank APIs using API Connect. It should go because more on it is residing on the net internet side itself. Okay, so this bank app also, you have multiple applications, whatever it is, they all can consume this first this APIs, then go to the microservices, because your APIs is the central point of contact to hit the backend. You have whatever you are doing in the microservices and your core system, you are not disclosing anything to the outer world. What you are disclosing only this APIs, and this should be very secure. So this why this IBM Connect is come into the pictures, where you design the APIs, you publish that APIs on the product, and that product will be visible. That product will be visible to the portal, so anyone can come to the portal. Now this is the portal. You created the APIs, you bundle that APIs, you display that API into the product, then you product that you display on the portal. Right now that you can see is right now in my screen, that is my portal. So anyone come to the portal, they can just subscribe to that APIs. Then the flow will be like this. They will come to your IBM API Connect, then it will go to the microservices, then it will go to the core system of the bank. Okay, so your API Connect is the responsible for taking care of the authentication, authorizations, throttlings, caching, everything he will take care of. Security, SSL secure, TLS, MTLS, everything this API Connect is secure. That's the purpose of API Connect. It is saying you, boss, you just do the business core logic at your site, microservice layer. But the security, authentication, authorization, everything, caching, you leave at my end. I will take care of this because I have IBM API Connect per tool, which is provided by IBM API Connect IBM company, which where we can do all this configuration in a very easy manner. Just plug and play. This is the way we can do it. Now you got my point. The whole things.
Yeah, I got. So microservices, right? Like there we can have like a Java, Python, or any
Anything,
.NET.
anything,
Okay,
anything,
anything.
anything, anything.
E-
But here you will also
Like
expose. You will
IBM
give a,
AP.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Here in IBM API Connect, like is it will it support to developing the services
Yes, yes. That's
or
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
okay,
I'm coming to that.
okay,
IBM API Connector. In IBM API Connector, you will
hmm,
not do business logics.
okay,
You will not do business logics. Suppose in microservices now you will do the business logics. In
hmm,
API connector, what you can
hmm,
do here, you just do this transformations. Transformation, you understand what I'm trying to say? Transformation is like, suppose your backend application understand XML, and your front
oh,
end and your front end you expose JSON. So JSON to
hmm,
XML transformation he can do. Routing, it
hmm,
can do routing. It can
hmm,
route to the proper systems. Okay, routing it can
hmm,
do. I just said
hmm,
caching it can do.
hmm,
Throttling it can do. It can
hmm,
throttle your throttling it can do. And it can also do the authentication. Auth. OAuth, you know,
hmm.
OAuth, you have heard about OAuth.
Yeah, ID token based authentication.
Yes, it can do OAuth things also.
Hmm,
Okay, SSL
okay.
security that you wanted to, any MTLS that you wanted to, it can do start things of there. So don't think like the
Hmm,
API where I can just do the business core logic using a Java code,
hmm,
Microsoft, all this. That is not API Connect is
hmm,
designed for that. Okay, API
okay.
Connect is
Hmm,
designed. You do all this thing in your microservice layer, na? You do all
hmm,
this thing
hmm,
in the microservice. You will indirectly you will also expose one URL to the API Connect, and API Connect will do all the stuffs and it will call your API itself. That's it will do for
hmm,
you. Some simple transformations, if else conditions, append of
hmm,
any concatenations, any orchestration, too many API calls he had to do, that it can do, it can manage it. When you can logic the small logics, small business logic, but not the complex logic, you can write out the API Connect. It's not the best practice. Now you got
okay.
my point. That's why
Yeah.
every bank, every organizations right now in their
Hmm,
organization, they are using this API Connect, because to the end customer they cannot expose this microservices directly. That's why they are using this IBM API Connect tool or portal where they can define this all these things. Now you understood the whole API concept here, how this API is working right now.
hmm, yeah.
It's good.
So with this all example we have seen, so now we'll see some the theory parts here. So what is basically it API Connect, it provide the full life cycle management solutions. So basically that API is giving you the full life cycle management of that it, uh, the APIs that you will basically create. What is the full life cycle management? The full life cycle management is nothing but creating the APIs, publishing APIs, deprecating the APIs, and you can retire that APIs also. Okay, so basically you created
Okay.
that APIs and later on you publish that APIs to the outer world, so everyone can consume that APIs, and then later on you deprecated the same APIs, so no one no one can use that APIs. Okay, and then after that you retire it. So this is the whole life cycle that basically we are saying to
Hmm,
manage APIs. In the competitive world, business want to bring the digital transformation to remain relevant in the market, that you already know. So everywhere you see digital transformation is happening, everywhere digitization is happening. API Connect helps to unlock the hidden potential of the business by exposing the existing functionality to the outside world by creating the APIs. So basically, all the existing functionality, okay,
hmm,
that hidden that really exposed to the outer world by creating the APIs. The APIs
hmm,
can be completely managed by API Connect. Huh? and it also provides the security to restrict the unwanted request. So basically that APIs that you are creating, that we are creating in the API Connect platform, which is provided by IBM tool, okay, IBM company, and
mm,
which provides security to restrict the unwanted requests. It also provides the portal. I just said, portal. We have seen Access Bank portal on that day. Okay. So it also provides
mm,
the Access Bank portal where APIs can be discovered, okay, analyzed, tested, developers who want to use that APIs. So basically that portals that you right now can see, that portals, the developer of that APIs who is developing that APIs, they can develop it, they can test that APIs, they can publish the APIs on the same portal. So that's why we call it as a developer portal for that APIs. Okay, and that developer portal we will make as a public to all the world, so anyone can just wanted to check that API, they can consume it. It also blogs and forum to share the information, feedback, manage. Okay, this way API Connect helps to socialize that whole environment. Developers can be internal or external. Internal clients belong to the same organizations where these APIs are built from their own projects. Organizations like banks create the APIs for the external customer who want to use that as a bank service. Okay, so this example that I have given to you, basically all the how they are basically accessing APIs, and how the APIs are basically
mm,
monetized. Okay, here we are talking
mm,
about only one API. Usually these are APIs are bundled multiple APIs and into group, and for that group payment service is called can subscribe. This group is called as product. So if you have one APIs, that is basically that multiple APIs that you will create, and that APIs will consist of all the similar functionalities. You will bundle it and you will create one product. So basically you
mm.
understood like the similar functionality APIs we group together and we called as a product. Product is nothing
Okay.
but collection of APIs. Okay. So pay by
Mm,
phone number API, account transfer APIs are included in one product named transfer money product. Consist of
mm,
below APIs: pay by phone number APIs and account transfer APIs.
mm.
Got it?
Yes.
Great. So today we'll just provision the API connected to the AWS systems. Now,
Mm,
what you just have to do here,
mm.
can you copy this? I'll just give you this URL, and then you
Okay.
just copy this and just open that URL. Okay. Yeah. So
Mm,
this is basically the portal that we use to do all the APIs manually. Now click on, there is a KN, it is written KN, and click on that. Correct.
mm,
Yeah. Okay. Now, whatever right now you can see, this is basically it is giving you the instance name and instance ID and who is the instance owner, and that is the reason where it is giving you. So basically, this is your provider instance because you are the provider of that API. So that's why it is giving you the provider instance. Basically, there are two type of organization in this API Connect. One is the provider organization, and another one is the consumer organizations. So provider organization
mm,
means like who is providing the APIs, who is creating the APIs, who is developing the APIs, who is managing the life cycle of the APIs, and the consumer who will going to consume my APIs. Okay, who will just register there, who will just create the application, who will subscribe to my APIs, who can just consume my APIs. Okay, so like
mm,
yesterday at that on that day, I just said, na, Flipkart is one of my consumer where bank is
yeah.
providing their APIs. Okay, so this is basically
Mm,
right now whatever you're doing, it's you're providing your APIs, you are creating the APIs in this provider organization, and the instance name of this organization is Karthik Workspace.
mm,
Okay, okay.
mm.
Now close it. Now click on this pencil button at the end,
Like,
at the left hand sides. Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Come down. There is a design section. Huh? There is a design. Go above, go above, go above, above. Huh, 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 above. Come.
discover or
There is a design.
develop.
Design. Develop. Yeah, design.
Uh,
Develop. Yeah, click there. Now see this. Here it is asking you to create the APIs or develop the APIs. Whatever APIs that you are developing, you have to just select the products in which APIs, all the products that you will bundle it. Okay. So this is the your
mm,
API environment where you will add the APIs, you will develop the product on that. Now click the next to that. Click, yeah, this one. Click here.
API test.
Testing. Here we test the APIs, all the environments, the catalog, sandbox, and everything that we are adding the test suites to the APIs that we are doing in this environment. Come down, come down. This is nothing but API governance. Basically, it's very important things like what are the space validations. Okay, basically what organization governance that you wanted to apply a best practices to the APIs that you will provide here. Okay, so suppose some API should have a proper naming convention. This API should have a proper validations. Everything API should have some proper security constructs. So that the governance you will apply here in this APIs categories. Okay, you have to select an
Mm.
API and provide the proper governance. Just come down.
So this product means it will be
Product I'll
our
cover
whole
it.
product.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
product I'll cover it. Yeah, we have a great class on that product. Now,
Okay.
this is your manage.
Okay.
Here you are basically here you deploy your APIs. So like you have a JRE to run the jar files. So in
Mm.
similar way, in this we have a sandbox, a catalogs. We can create a multiple catalogs where this APIs that your APIs is creating, that APIs is going to run in this catalog environment, basically in this sandbox environment. So this is your runtime environment. Right now, by default, runtime environment is provided by this IBM API tool, that is sandbox. You can create one more environment like development, UAT, pre-prod, and then productions. So this is the way that you create the environment. These are the API environments where you basically manage that APIs, deploy that APIs, where API is running actually. Okay, where you publish that API. So basically API is
Mm.
visible to the other worlds. So this is the APIs where you host the collection of APIs and then basically you publish that on the developer portals. Okay, now come down.
Mm.
These are the resources where you do some external configuration settings. Okay, here you configure the user registries, LDAP users configurations. Okay, OAuth configurations, billing related informations, any crypto material that you wanted to do, crypto signing and all that. Basically that all things that you can configure here. Any SSL client profile, TLS client profile, that whatever configuration that you will do in this area. These are the that configurations areas. Okay, now come down.
Okay.
Now this is the great things, that is the analytics. Analytics is nothing but where you monitor the APIs, logs, and everything, so you can monitor it. Okay, when you click on this summaries and consumptions and APIs, it will give you the API details, all APIs, what are the consumptions, what are the details. Okay, now click on the APIs, any just click on the any APIs uses API. Yeah, click there. Yeah, so it will give you, see this, there's a broad way of
Mm.
reports like total APIs, total parts. Right now you don't have anything, that's what it's giving you. Now come down, it's like a dashboard, something like you have al dashboard, a Splunk, like that's a similar, it's like a similar way, al dashboard, Kibana dashboard, or Splunk
Mm.
dashboard. So it will give you how many APIs calls, how many errors, how many that. So this is analytics is nothing but it's a very good things that we will cover it later when we go in the deep
Mm.
with that. Okay, so where you
Mm.
basically do see the all the API logs, API calls, API errors. Okay, everything. There are multiple filters that you can apply it and you can check that APIs. Okay, now come down. Members members where basically you define the roles, because you are the provider organizations, and you can add as a developer, you can add as an administrator, you can add you can create a role for this. So now you are a provider organization in your organizations. Basically, who owns that API Connect? Someone will be the owner of API Connect, correct? In your organization, someone will own the teams. So basically, your leader, your team lead, your managers will own this whole environments, and they can create a different roles. We have a member roles, we have admission roles, we have a viewer roles, we have administrator roles, we have API administrator roles. So these we have multiple roles are there. So you basically you are the owner. Right now you are the owner for this. You are the owner main.
Mm.
But in your
Mm.
company, when your organization will work here, someone will be the owner who will
Mm.
create these roles. So if I'll create the developer role, so developer can have only the development access in this tools itself. He cannot create any new roles, any new members, because right now you are having, okay, there is an add button is given you, but so you have a developer role, there will be no any add buttons for you. When you have a viewer roles, in that case of viewer role, you will only view that APIs, you cannot do anything with that APIs. You have administrator roles, means that you have all the roles, okay, you have everything, you have given there. Now I'll show you what roles and what things that we have. Go to the setting options, the below one, yeah. Now click on the roles. See this. These are the roles are defined. Click on the developer. See this. Member, in the developers, in this member, they can view settings, they can view topology, they can view all view. See this, all the view accesses. Come down, come down. Okay, only the product approval he has the view, stage, publish, superset, replace, deprecate, retire, and archive. These are the rules. These are the things that I'll just discuss you when we discuss the product. These are the stages. Okay, on consumer, or they are mostly having the view roles. Now go to the API administrators. See this. Here we have view and edit also. View and edit, view and edit, view and edit. See this, API administrators. Come down. See this, view and creates. Now come down, come to the administrators. See this, we have same, mostly the administrator and API administrator have the similar roles. There is nothing but change in that API, basically. Okay, see this. Something, some parameters going to be changed in this view role. So basically these are the member roles that is defined, which roles that you are creating. So basically when you create a team of 8 to 8 members, so you create these many teams and you create these many members there, and give as a developer role, someone will be API administrator who will just administrate the APIs. Someone will be having any just view a role, he can just view the roles as like production calls, production supporting, they can just view the APIs, what is happening. You can give analytics logs views to their teams, so they can just view the analytics things. Okay, so this is the way where we define the members we roles are now, and this is the roles, every details that it is giving you, what at what level, what is the access to given by the APIs. Okay, these are right now whatever you can see, these are the whole API things. Okay, I'm just familiarizing with you all the options that you have. Going forward in the class, we will discuss each and every options in the deep, and we'll just learn how to create the APIs, how to develop the APIs, how to do all these things. Okay, so we'll start from, because we going one by one basis on our schedules. So section 1 we completed introductions, what is basically API Connect. Okay, now section 2 is APIC environment. We have provision API Connect in AWS. Now we'll go with the provider organizations. Okay, now provider organizations, what is provider things, that we will see in this class today. Okay. So provider organizations is basically nothing but is one where APIs are produced. So it means like whatever APIs that you are creating, you are producing, that will be done in the provider organizations. It takes care of many other tasks which is listed below. First, publishing the product containing the APIs, managing the life cycle of APIs, managing the member of provider organizations. Based on the need, company can create one or more provider organizations. User can be a member of multiple provider organizations. You got the point? User can be a member of multiple provider organizations. These are the tasks of provider organization, which is basically it is doing. Okay. Now, following are the roles that is associated with the provider organizations. So the roles are owner, developer, API administrator, community manager, administrator, and viewer. The owner, the user owns the administrative and provider organization, who basically owning the provider organization. So right now you are the one which is basically owning this whole provider organization. You have lost the instance and you have created the instance. Now you actually owning the whole provider organization, and you are the owner of this provider organizations. The developer, these user responsible for creating the APIs and applying the policies. Developer is nothing but who will create the APIs, and they will deploy the policies. So basically, they will create the APIs, and there are multiple policies are there. Basically, they will do the structuring of the APIs,
do the massaging in the APIs, do the routing, transformations, enrichments, okay, all orchestration that will developer will do. Basically, developer who is responsible to create the APIs. API administrators. The user package into APIs into the product and publish to the catalog manages all the API product life cycles. So API administrator is nothing but this is responsible to product and publish to the catalogs. He manages the runtime environments. He is responsible to manage the life cycle of APIs. Okay. He basically take care of all the publishing activities that is done by the developers. Okay. How to manage the products, basically what will be the life cycle of product, like right now product is live, after that it will retire, after that it will be superset. Whatever that product has to do, that is managed by API administrators. Community managers, the user manages application developer communities. You have multiple developer communities, you have a multiple development teams, and if you want to manage the development team, developers, accounts, roles, and everything, that will be done by the community managers. Administrators, the user administration provider, this user administrates the provider organizations. Basically, this is nothing but this role and basically owner's roles. Mostly role also same. Okay. So you are now the owner and you are also the administrator of this whole organizations. Okay. So this is there is nothing more difference in this roles basically. Viewer. Viewer is nothing but who is having only the view access to the provider organization. He cannot do any other things. He just view the particular provider organizations. Okay. Now, what? Now we'll see this the whole things to
Okay,
use.
can you go again to provider organization? What is so?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, provider organization means I am the owner of my what the account I have created, right? Like I will be the owner.
Yes.
What does mean what is mean this provider
That's
organization?
that's I'll let you know. Let you know. Okay,
Hmm.
now can you share a screen?
Yeah.
At the timing, this is the nothing but a provider organizations. So whatever the options that you can right now see, this is your provider organizations. Just go over, just go over, just go
Hmm.
over, just go over. Click on the KN, click on the Karthik's workspace, click on the Karthik's workspace. Yeah, this is nothing but your uh, provider organization workspace. Basically, you
Hmm.
are the owner, you are owning this whole things where you have a option to create APIs, to create the new users, to manage the APIs product life cycles. So this is the whole things that now the portal, the box, the dashboard that you can see right now. This is the your provider organizations. Now in the provider organization, I just said now what options that you can see in the provider organizations. You can see, click on the pencil dot at the left hand side. Yeah, develop option. You can create APIs, you can create the products. Come down, in the come down. Here you can test that APIs. That is just the additional features they have added. That is not the actual one. Okay, this is additional things that they have added as the API test one. Come down.
Hmm.
You can governance that APIs. API governance is also the part of that your provider of machines. You can manages the catalogs. Just click on the catalog part. Click on the catalog. Yeah, you can manages the catalog. The above one. Yeah,
Manage.
manage.
Okay.
Yeah, you can manage the catalogs. So this is nothing but whatever you can see, this is your provider organization where you can just do everything with your APIs and you are the owner and you owning this whole provider organizations right now. A workspace, a space where it is created, a dashboard is giving you where you can just do with the APIs creation, product management, roles, assignments, everything that you can do. This is nothing but your provider organizations. There is one more organization, that is consumer organization. That is a different thing that we will let you know in later on. Okay, so I'll just let you click on the sandbox.
Hmm.
Now there is a consumers, if you can see consumers. Yeah, this is nothing but the consumer organizations. So that I'll let you know how this is working. So this is another thing how consumers are there. Okay, so provider is nothing but you are providing APIs. Consumers are nothing but the Flipkart, on the that day now we have seen the options like Flipkart is
Hmm.
there. These are the consumers of your APIs. So how to manage the consumer, that will be under the consumer organizations, and how to manage the APIs, that will be part of the provider organizations. Now you understood things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now
Hmm.
the I'll show you the task of provider organizations. Just go to that role member one. Come down. Yeah, click cloud down. Yes, click on the members. Click on the members.
Members.
See this. API Connect SaaS service account. This is basically your SaaS version, and this is the organization owner. And you are the owner, and you are also the administrator of your APIs. I just said that the users who is having the privilege to access the whole organizations. That is it. This is the user Karthik, and this is the owner who is the administrator of this APIs. Okay, let's do it in that way. We'll add one more role here. We'll add one more role here. Okay, click on that. Now click on the add button. Okay, now it's IBM verify. If you have any username and okay, you have any other user IDs with you, email ID?
Yes.
Yeah, so just go down, just come down, just come down, just give any user ID, username or user ID, whatever you have. Yeah, yeah, now add it. Okay, invite members. Yes. Okay, now click here the user, give the username, user email itself. It's a user email. Come down, viewer role, invite. Now you can see invitation sent to activation link is here. And 1 minute, just give me a minute. And you know, sir, there is another user got added here, and the access to this is viewer only. And right now it is in the pending state because you have not verified that user. Copy this activation link and paste in the another chat.
Okay.
Yes, now log in here. Copy the activation link. Copy the activation link. Just click on the new tab, new tab, new tab. Just paste here and just try.
Yeah, so instance owner is this one.
Now, if you can see, now what you did actually, now go to that space, cancel it, and just refresh this page. Refresh it. See this. Right now it is unable. See this. Initially it was pending state. So what you did, Karthik, you are the owner of this organization and you are the administrator of this organization. What you did, you have a team of 8 members. Okay, and what you did, there are 4 members in the teams are viewer members. They can just view your APIs. So you actually invited them and asked them. So you invited them and then you asked them, this is your activation link, go here. Now you can just view the all the API activity. They can just view it because they belong to the support team. They can just view it. Okay, so you are the owner. So you are the now you have added one viewer and now you can see. Okay, now go to that one, viewer one. Okay, great. Now this is your viewer basically.
Mm.
You are the viewer. Now click on the add member one option. There is also option add member. No, no,
Oh, where in the
no, no,
old tab?
same one. Left hand side members. Yeah, yeah. Come down, come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. Members.
Mm.
Click there. See this. You right now you don't have any permission to add anyone. There is no any add option.
Mm.
And now go there. Go to that. Here you can see add option
Mm.
because you added as a viewer.
Yeah.
Okay, because you added
Mm.
as a viewer to them, so that's why
Mm.
they are just view the APIs. They cannot even create the APIs also. Go to the same that link, viewer link.
Mm.
Go to the API section, pencil button, develop section, develop. See this. They don't have any access to add it. Now you go there in the viewer option. Sorry, the your owner
Mm.
administrator. Here see there is an add option is there. So this is the role based basically member you added as a one of your member, and you are invited your members. You send the invitation link to them. How you will do this in your organizations? When you install this API Connect in your organizations, when IBM you purchase a license, proper license from IBM team will mostly do the installation of this API member, and they will make one of your managers or your team leaders or your product owner who will be owning this product, IBM API Connect. Once they will own the product, now they will create a roles, they will create a administrators, they will create a developers, they will create a viewers. So you are having a teams now. Right now suppose you are working as a developer, so your API administrator will be inviting you and will send you the invitation link, and that invitation link will send your organization emails. They will provide your organization email, that email will go there. You click on that emails, you will log in. Now you have a developer portal where now you can just develop the APIs and see the APIs. Okay, but
Mm.
you just view it, or developer is having, the developer can create it, but developer can also not add the new members. Okay, so if you have any
Mm.
just a ID, new ID, if you have any Gmail ID
Mm.
right now you are having.
Right now, no.
Okay, so what we'll do, Ina, so you
Mm.
just tomorrow you just create a two more one or two more IDs, then
Mm.
we'll add this also. Okay, so
Okay.
now go to that. So you have understood now how the role based
Yeah, yeah.
things are
Mm.
happening. So this is one of the part of the provider
Mm.
organizations where administrator can create the members, add the members. Okay, new
Mm.
members. You added the new members, you given them as a
Mm.
viewer access. They can just view the APIs, they cannot do anything with that APIs. Okay, just view it. Okay,
Mm.
now great. We'll now see the next section, that is
Mm.
what we can do in this one. Okay,
Mm.
can you close your this thing?
Sorry.
Can you close your session? So till here we just seen how to edit the members viewers. Will tomorrow you will add one more role, developer roles, viewer roles. Okay, that way. Owner is already there. Okay, so we'll add one
Mm.
more role also. Now, what is API managers? Okay, what is
Mm.
API manager? API managers, it provide the full lifecycle API management capabilities. Okay. Using API Manager UI, API developer can organize, publish, and analyze the APIs. It is the part of provider organization where the API developers create the APIs and product. Once the APIs are published, it is available for consumers. API manager has the capability to control the consumer organizations. Consumer organization is one where the application developer access it and use APIs needed for them. Developer portal is the part of the consumer organization, and that publish APIs were to be published, pushed to the developer portal. Okay, now we'll see this how this is things are happening right now. So runtime environment, how this is basically packaging. Runtime environment, we have catalog and space. User access, define the provider roles, analytics and API managers, and manage the consumer. These are the part of API managers. Runtime environments, user access, analytics in API managers, and manages the consumer organizations. Okay. Okay. Now just share your screen. I'll show you this. So right now, this is your provider organizations, and what he said, API managers. So the provider organizations basically nothing but where API manager is a basically part of the provider organization. So the organization is workspace is Karthik workspace, and here you have an option to develop the APIs. This is the API manager dashboard. This is nothing but your API manager dashboard, where you can just develop the APIs. This is the API manager dashboard. Come down, there is a catalog also. Catalog, go over. Manage. Yeah. This is providing you a catalog, a manage environments. Now click here. In this, you can see consumer is there. He also provide you to manage the consumer organizations, whatever they're mentioned. So this whole thing is part of the API managers, and we have a provider organizations which is a part of API manager is a part of your provider organizations. So basically, the instance, the owner who's owning this whole provider organizations, where it is allowing you API manager to create the APIs, to publish the APIs, and to manage the APIs. Okay, and to manage the runtime environment also, that is catalogs, creating a new catalogs, managing the consumer, or also like your consumers, like all the consumers, Paytm channel partners who wants to consume your APIs. So this is basically nothing but providing you to manage this whole things. Okay, so when you I'm just closing, just close your session, I'll just share my screen. So basically when you install the APIs, the API Connect, when you install the API Connect, what basically you will get it in that case? There are three things you will get it. The first thing is management console. The second thing is analytics. The third thing is portal. Okay, this management console or management or API manager or provider organization, that you can say it, where a dashboard is nothing but this is have running on one server, this analytics is running on another server, and this portal is running on another server. You need to take a three license first. You have to take a management, you have to take analytics, you have to take a portal. And there is a one more important component that is coming as a part, that is data power. Okay, data power also. Data power is nothing but where basically you do the policies creations, where your APIs is basically nothing but whatever the policies that you will include. Policies are nothing but switch, if all these are policies, your conditions policies, whatever your coding that you are doing in the data power JavaScript, this all will be evaluated at the data power size. Okay, this is all you will be evaluated in the data power side. So let me tell you the how the hierarchy is actually working in your organizations. Okay, you have a organizations, okay, which is very small organizations, which is very small things, and what it can do, just they require of 30 to 40 APIs. So that they will not going to purchase all these things, because these are very costly license. Okay, they will just purchase the data power. Data power is nothing but a runtime, or you can say a backend system, where everything is getting executed. Whatever APIs that you are creating, everything is going to be executed in the data power side. It is nothing but, in the Java terms, you can understand this is a JRE. Okay, so whatever you develop, whatever you create, whatever you do, everything is run as a Java provided by Java runtime system. The data power is nothing but it's a part of it. So IBM has two components. Okay, one is API Connect and the second is data power. Okay, data
mm,
power. So this one component that I am just saying, that is one, that is IBM API Connect, is nothing but it is basically having, this whole thing is having these three things. Okay, these three
okay.
things comes
Mm,
under these things, and there is one more, a data power. Okay, now
mm,
data power and license that you have to take when you purchase API Connect, you have to take three licenses. Now it's up to you. You can either take analytics or portal or management APIs. Okay, these three servers
mm,
license you have to purchase. It's up to you. Some organizations just only take data power. They take their data power and they do the deployment. They write the data power scripts. Basically we call as a script. You create the APIs, you can do everything whatever you are doing in the API Connect right now. Whatever you are doing in the API Connect, you can do all the things in data power also. But
mm,
the task for doing this thing is very tedious. You have to write a custom scripts, you have to write a JavaScript, JS scripts, you have to write so many things. But why, how this IBM API Connect is, uh, because in 2017 and 16 IBM launched this API Connect. It is launched on the part as a, you can say as a, base model is data power, but it is launched as a GUI dashboard something, a dashboard something he has given to you. They
mm,
are very easy to create the APIs. Click on the APIs, click on the product, like the way right now you're doing the dashboard. You can see the provider
mm,
organizations. You just create, added the member. So basically it is added a GUI. Behind the scenes everything is, the coding is written and everything is getting executed at the data power end side itself. Everything is getting executed at the data power end sites. Okay, so that's why we are saying, when you are doing a API Connect, you should know the data power also. But that is not the mandatory. It's not the mandatory things. But if you are knowing it, then it's a good thing. It's a good sign that you know also data power. So mostly what people do, they do the training of API Connect, then after they just learn the concept of data power. Now API Connect and data power, when both are combined, then it will be a proper API developer for IBM tools, you can say. Okay, but it's not
mm,
mandatory. If you don't know data power, it is not like if you don't know the data power, you cannot do the API Connect things. You can also do that things. It's not the very mandatory part, but at least you should know the power, data power, some minimum concept of the same. Okay,
okay.
so this is the same, like I just said, you just said we have a React families. Okay, you know the Node.js, this JS, all are
Mm,
JS families itself. But the major thing is that JavaScripts. Okay, the basic
mm,
language they have. So this is the way, same way. So if you know, you can do this React JS, you can do that things. Okay, so this is the way, the same way, like data power also you can learn it, but you can do the same thing in API Connect also. API Connect has given the a dashboard of features very easy, so you can do all the task and everything in a very simpler way. But in the data power, it's a very hardware appliances tool. They have a hardware appliances, and where you can also open the web pages there, but there you have to write the custom script, you have to write the APIs, you have to define the APIs. There is a lots of coding that you have to do. Okay, but in API Connect, it is providing a GUI based, that they have given this management, they have given this analytics, they have given this portal. So they are easy. Basically they are giving, they are simplifying that the developer jobs, manager jobs, and the portal who is managing all these things. Okay, so basically, and at there it is running on the top of this data power itself. Okay, everything is running on the data power. So every organization who is having very small and limited set of APIs, like 30 to 40 APIs, they wanted to expose to the outer world, they will not purchase all these things. They will create these APIs with the code itself in the data power only, and they manage the data power at the, it's a gateway, nothing but it's a gateway data power. They manage the whole thing in the data power gateway itself. They will not go with the license. Now You have a very large set of organizations who is running with thousands of APIs that you cannot do in the data powers. You have to require this management, analytics, and portals. Okay, so mostly the banks and all, they have a very large set of APIs requirements. That's why they purchase. That's why they form a teams who can do the developments, who can do all the stuff, who can do manage the portals. Okay, they purchase all the analytics because you have to monitor the data. You can also see the logs in data power, but the way analytics is showing you, it's showing you in the format of L dashboard, a Kibana dashboard, like the way. Okay, basically all the
mm,
logs are getting stored in the data power itself only. Okay, and all this manages happening at the analytics servers. So these and both data power both are connected, portal data power are connected, management data power also connected, everything is connected. Whatever you are creating in that API dashboard or something, everything is getting created in the data power sites. Okay, so this is the way that is linking, right? And when you purchase the license for the IBM API Connect, you have to purchase three things: this,
mm,
yeah, this four things they will ask you. So some organization purchase this one because it depends upon their cost, depends upon their use cases. Okay, but mostly we
mm,
purchase all these things. And how many nodes, how many cores, CPUs they are purchasing for that, it's very costly. When you purchase these things, then IBM will ask you for installation. You want to install this, correct? So IBM
mm,
will give you how you wanted to install this, as a cloud based or as a data center based, as an appliance, as a hardware on your system. They have a multiple options. For cloud based, they will call you, they will ask you just purchase cloud pack. They will call you just purchase a cloud pack. And
mm,
for appliances based, they have a central IBM data power and API connect is running. They will give you the appliances. You just take the appliances, install in your servers. Okay, do everything, the setups and the setup and everything will be done by IBM team itself. You know, because they are
mm,
charging for that also. They have created a very tedious process. Okay, right
mm,
now, right now we are learning IBM API Connect version 10. We
mm,
have initially the version was IBM API Connect V5.
mm,
Okay, so
mm,
right now we are learning this IBM API Connect version 10. V5 version was mostly dealing with on premises. This was on-prem system. Okay, this
mm,
V10 supports the cloud.
mm.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and installation of V5 was very easy. They was giving just OAuth files and use OAuth files, and just you have to take that files and you can install, like setup, click, you will install it. But the V10 version, they have modified their kernels, their Unix shell scripting, their operating, because it should support the Kubernetes, it should support the containerizations. So they have given so many things. They have given ISO files. There you have to do the so many settings. So it's a very tedious pass, and
Mm,
where you have to do so many configurations and do, and then that after you will install. But the minimum memories that is required to run this, it's a 32 GB. So it is not possible to run all this in your standalone laptop. That's why we go with the VMware. We purchase the VMware and we install this in on VMware or any containerization software. Okay, so this whole thing is installation is happening right now by IBM system itself, and they charge for this also.
mm,
They are very they are very expensive, because they provide you for this, they provide you a
mm.
PMR support. You know what is PMR?
No,
Huh?
no, no, I don't know.
Uh, they provide you PMR. PMR is nothing but, so suppose if you're not able to do anything with IBM version
Mm,
10, something is not able to happen it, okay, and there is a
mm,
bug is coming, so you can raise a PMR. It's a support team. They have a support system. They will come
mm.
to your system and they will solve your issues, whatever issues that you are facing. So that is, they are providing you the PMR. Okay, for
Okay.
all the IBM products, whatever IBM product they are. Right now we are learning this IBM products. Okay, so they are
Mm,
providing this as a PMR support for you. Okay, like we have
mm,
Oracle Java support. So Oracle also provides any related to Java lab release, anything that he wants to do. You can raise a there. What is the term? I don't know, but there is also you can raise it. So if you want the help. but mostly you can get help from Google or somewhere, a Stack Overflow something. But don't go to anywhere. If you're facing anything with your product, you are facing an issue with your product, some issue challenges with your product. So you can connect with IBM. You have to raise a PMR, and where you have to give their organization's license and every details, because you purchase, and they will assign one guy with you. They are from product IBM product support team. They will solve your issue. Who has created this IBM API connected data power? Okay, so they will solve your
Okay.
issues. So this is the PMR things, and they also charge for this PMR. So everything in IBM is chargeable. That's why it's a very costly products right now in the market. Okay, and mostly
Okay.
banking is using, the reason is this PMR support.
Hmm.
We have a competitors for this IBM. We have a APG. Okay, we have
Hmm.
a MuleSoft. Okay, we have Kong. Okay, we have Kong APIs. We have Kong. We have CA API gateway. Maybe I can also mastery one. Multiple API gateway. We have AWS gateway. We have Azure API gateway. There are multiple things are there. Multiple
Hmm.
gateways are there. Okay,
Hmm.
but mostly the costly one is this one, IBM one.
Hmm.
Okay, because they provide, because MuleSoft, all these are without license one, the support, free support you can get it, but this is
Okay.
very primarily PMR support you will get it, which is very good in this. That's why the organization like banking and all, they rely on this, they get trust this on products. Okay,
Hmm.
that's why they are going this. Okay, so
Okay.
now you understood the whole things, how API Connect, what is API Connect, and what is the data power, what is API Connect consist of, management portal analytics, how the dashboard is looking. Basically, it is simplifying your jobs, all the things. So
Hmm.
every organization, how they are doing these things, they, before whatever they are doing, their structures and all. We on that day we were just discussing these things. We were discussing that there is a Flipkart partner is there. Then
Hmm.
after that, every organization plays a gateway. Okay. They place a gateway. This gateway can be anything. This is IBM API Connect gateway. IBM API Connect. If they are going with APG, it can be APG also. Okay, it can be APG also. It can
Hmm.
be MuleSoft also. Okay, and later on they have a ESB microservices, and then they have a backend system which we want to do the functionalities. Okay, so every organization doing it in the similar way. If you are going with IBM API Connect, basically you are taking a gateway of IBM API Connect, which is nothing but data power and API Connect. MuleSoft is
Hmm.
having everything is in the inside there itself. In IBM API Connect, you have two parts: IBM API Connect plus data power.
Hmm.
So this is the power. Okay. Here you develop APIs, you create APIs. It is giving a dashboard. It support Open API specification. It giving a dashboard. You do everything, but you have to deploy, manage, catalog in the data power itself. Okay.
Hmm.
Similar, we have APG is bundling everything in the single ways, and MuleSoft is also. So this is the way actually all the organization basically mostly working. I'm just saying for the
Hmm.
Flipkart, but most of the banking organization in the way it's work like in the similar ways. All APIs they are exposing, their APIs exposing through this pattern itself. Gateway. You cannot
Okay.
directly connect to your backend system. You have to first call the backend. Backend API, whatever API that you are creating there, they will call the SBI microservices and backend systems.
Okay.
Got it? Any doubt? Any issues? Now you are some part, at least you are understanding what is API Connect, what is API, what is API features, and what are the data power, how many API gateways are there. At least you are understanding something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It's great. Now you just share the screen. Great. So you understood this API manager concepts. Okay. See
Hmm.
this. See this. There is an analytics. I showed you analytics also. This analytics, this is basically right now you can see that this is the dashboard. Okay, this is nothing but your whole dashboard. It is given you a provider organization is that dashboard. Basically everything whatever you are doing here now, this all is going to data power. Everything is going to data power. When you deploy APIs in the data power, now it will link to data power. Now I'll show you where is the data power. Go above,
Hmm.
go above, go above.
Hmm.
Okay, now click on the manage itself. Manage.
Manage.
Yeah. Click on the
Okay.
sandbox.
Hmm.
Okay, go to the setting, catalog setting, catalog. Oh,
So,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. See the gateway service. Click on the gateway service. See here, data power API gateway trial. He has already given you the trial version in this kit. Okay.
Hmm.
If you remove this, it will not work. Everything is running on data power API gateway. See this. Okay, and this is the majorly important part to run the API gateways. You have to link. Basically, this catalog is your environments. You're creating an environment here. These are the APIs environment. You're creating a catalog environments. Okay, catalog
Hmm.
basically a catalog is nothing but your environment. In the catalog, you created a one environment that is a sandbox, and this sandbox environment you have not created. That was created by default. That is by default. Sandbox environment is provided by IBM. Okay, you can
Hmm.
create a more catalog environment. How to create it? We'll go there. Just go to the catalog, go to the manage. Yes, now click on the add, create a catalog. Now give the catalog, come down, give the title catalog name as development. Create. Now see this, you created a development. So all your development activities, the APIs you will do, the development till, it will go in this catalog. Now click here, go to the catalog settings. Now go to the gateway services. See this, automatically data power API gateways are added to you. This is the gateway that they have added for you, data power API gateway. Okay, your
Okay.
all the
Hmm.
APIs will run here, all the things will run here, this all things, because right now you created the data power, and this data power APIs gateway is a separate topic itself. It's not part of this API connect. It's a totally different topic. Okay, so it's a totally different training. Everything you can do it on data power API gateway. Whatever right now you can do it in data power also. You can create a catalog, but there is no any you have to write a code. You have to write a When
Hmm.
you have to create APIs, you have to write a code. It's not a very user friendly. It's not a
Hmm.
very like you are seeing the option drag and drop. Just drag and drop the policies, drag and drop if conditions. Okay, so this is the very simplifying your option basically. So that's the beauty of this API connect. They have given you the interface management console portal analytics where you can just do everything on the top of data power, but running behind, it's everything in the data power itself. Whatever will do here, it will write the code in the data power for you.
Hmm.
So in the simple term, I'll just say it is like a Eclipse ID.
Okay.
You got my point. In Eclipse ID you do the coding, correct? Spring Boot.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah.
it is a similar thing. It's a similar way, but you have to install JDK. You have to install Java, correct? You have to link
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
You have to, you can change, you can, you set the parts, you can use the, but you have to, so similar way. You cannot do the APIs. You have to but the reason here is the Eclipse ID is very free. You can download it from any version. There are multiple IDs are there in the market. Okay, you can download any from anywhere. But this API Connect is not the free parts, because it is simplifying your jobs. This is part of the API. It's part of the API Connect tool. Okay,
Hmm.
and this is the way API Connect and data power you have to purchase it from the organization that you're going. Okay, so we see that option, how to create the catalogs. We'll see more thing in the catalog details. There are multiple properties in the catalog.
Hmm.
Everything you can do in the catalog, because it is your runtime environments. Here you running the APIs. Your APIs will be running. So when you do
Hmm.
the curl command, when you do the postman, fire that API,
Hmm.
here you will get the URLs of the APIs also. What will be my URL, base URLs. Okay, so we'll see
Hmm.
this option, how to manage this whole runtime environment, how to deploy this API in the APIs environments. Okay, so this is the
Hmm.
way basically we are doing in that, how to create the catalog setting and environment in the CPIs. Okay, We'll see some part of the catalog, then we'll see the space, and then we'll see the how to add the members that I have already shown you. Okay, we'll see these parts and tomorrow. Okay, we'll show you space and catalogs. What is that?
Okay.
Okay, okay, Karthik. Any doubt till here?
No.
So tomorrow, maybe a day after tomorrow, we'll complete the section 2 also. So you will be familiar with the APIs environments, and we'll see more on details with the portals, APIs,
Yeah, to
publishers.
deploy means I should have like a API, like I will be able to create an API with,
You will be right now in this whole training classes. We will create more than 20 to 30 APIs. We will create which each scenarios.
yeah, then like do I need to have an API already created, just link that with this one, or
Import it. You
import?
want it? That you can also do it. If you have a Swagger, you can import that API source.
Okay,
We'll,
that one
we'll,
we can do.
we'll
And
see the option. Just show your
okay.
screen. I'll show you. Just show your screen. Just click on the APIs. Just click on the APIs. See these. These are the options that how to create from target services, from existing open API. If you have any existing one, from Visdal, you wanted to create any SOAP services from existing Visdal, from new if you wanted to put a new APIs, and from GraphQL. GraphQL is a totally different thing. It's not part of this API Connect. It's a GraphQL. It's updated. We mostly deal with the open API specification. Okay. Now click on from existing open APIs. Click on the from existing open API. Come down. Come down. Click on the next. Sorry, click on this existing open API. Click on that. Click next. Now here it is asking you drag and drop and upload the in which format, JSON, XML, YAML, whatever you have it. Just upload it here. If you have any JSON, YAML or XML files. Okay, the Swagger files. Basically it is asking you the Swagger or YAML files. Okay, so that you have to import. We'll see all option. We'll import, we'll create, we'll see all this. These are the actually the part of that our training part itself, where we'll see all the stuff and everything. That is actually the next step. We'll show you mine. Just close your screen. I'll show you mine. See this. Right now we have seen the provider organization, API manager, catalogs. Right now we are here. Then we'll see tomorrow space, how to add the member, what is consumer, what is developer portal, accounts to create developer. Then see this create APIs proxy. See this, here are the options. Target, existing, see this new APIs, digital. This is the sections we will see how to create the APIs. Okay.
Okay.